Good afternoon, everyone. I thought it might be a little bit interesting to do something different. I want to talk to you about cholesterol. I decided that I would go and get my cholesterol levels checked, and certainly like most people, it wouldn't be something, particularly people in my age group, they would actually proactively go and do. But I thought it would be a really good thing for me to go and do. I have a really strong family history of high cholesterol. My father has always been on cholesterol medication, and my mum also has quite a bit of cholesterol in her blood. But what is most interesting, and what I found most interesting anyway, is actually the breakdown of cholesterol. So when you go to see your doctor, most often than not, he will actually do a cholesterol check, whether you know about it or not, but generally over the age of 40, you'd start to go and get that cholesterol level checked. When a doctor says to you, look, Jim, your cholesterol level's a bit high, you know, anything over 5.5 is considered a little bit high, unless you've got lots of other health conditions. Like if you've got diabetes, the levels actually might be a little bit lower as to what's considered normal or what it should be. So for myself, I don't have those, so ideally anything less than 5.5 is good. When you see the doctor though, and he just says, look, Jim, you've got really high cholesterol levels, go and see Peter, and she might be able to help you with your diet. So I see lots of people for referrals for high cholesterol, and certainly for sure, make some changes to your diet and your cholesterol levels can actually improve. You don't need to go on medication. For myself, I thought you guys might be interested to know, is I actually have high cholesterol. So my level is 5.7. Now, if the doctor had looked at that and not taken any notice about the composition or hadn't talked to you about the different sorts of cholesterol, then you might be worried. So for myself, I'm a big believer in knowing actually the total breakdown of cholesterol. So your body actually makes two different forms of cholesterol. One is HDL and the other is LDL. There are quite a few others, but there's not really any necessary need to talk about them. The other thing that your body makes is fat, and fat in the blood. And so all of those things are actually tested when you get a cholesterol check. So what is actually important is what are the levels of those two things. So what is your good cholesterol and what is your bad cholesterol? So for my reading, my good cholesterol was ridiculously high. So mine was 2.6. Most of my clients on average, I would generally see, that good cholesterol around the 1.5, something like that. Men tend to have a lot lower levels of good cholesterol. What I most often see is people coming in with really high levels of that LDL or that bad cholesterol. So my level was 2.8. So the good and the bad were actually basically on par, which is really, really unusual and not a profile I would generally see. And that's where we start to get into some questions. Okay, so actually what is your good and what are your bad cholesterol levels? So my good cholesterol being really high and my bad cholesterol actually being really, really quite low is perfect. Awesome. So tops for me. What else is important is what that fat level in the blood is doing. So mine was 0.6, so 0.6. Anything over 2, that's when we start to sort of get concerned. So the lower, the better. So the healthier are, not excessive amount of calories, all that sort of stuff. So that composition of cholesterol was great. So I was really, really happy with that. So irrespective of my risk, so my dad's got high cholesterol, I certainly do have those genetic risks, but what I eat and what I do is obviously having an effect on the types of cholesterol that I'm producing. Sure, I'm actually going to produce quite a bit, but I'm not currently producing any ones in large amounts that I would be concerned about. So always, always, always ask for a printout of your cholesterol levels. If you have any questions or concerns, ask the doctor. If not, and they don't answer it properly and you want to know a little bit about how you can modify your types of cholesterol, come and have a chat with me and hopefully I can try and break it down and explain it a little better. But I just thought that might be an interesting thing to talk about and let you know that dietitians are still real people, and hopefully give you a bit of an understanding of what cholesterol is. All right, see you guys.